When you smoke pot? Why would you do that when you know you're coming to court for a second-degree felony offense? It's common sense that you're on bond for a felony and you're coming to felony court. No one should have to tell you to follow the law, right? I'm going to raise your bond for, it is a bond condition that you follow the law. So when you made bond, part of your conditions was that you follow the law. You haven't followed the law. I'm going to raise your bond in your case. What was the bond that you made? Let's see if I can figure that out. How old are you?
27.
Yeah.
I never been in those states since I quit this. I paid all the time, came to court on time.
Are you working?
Right out of the gate, the judge zeroes in on the key issue, bond conditions. And here's the legal reality. Bond isn't freedom. It's conditional liberty. When you're out on bond for a felony, even a minor new violation can signal to the court that you can't follow basic rules. And once that trust cracks, judges move fast. Would you risk your freedom over something that's preventable?
I'm just lost my job recently for transportation. What I'm saying, I have a newborn, man. My daughter's 3 months. I'm trying my best.
You're trying how are you hold on. What are you doing to help your child that's 3 months old by smoking marijuana? Because if you go try to get a job and you test positive, you can't get a job. How's that going to help your daughter? So you are making mistakes. You're making ridiculous choices. You can go to prison in your case. Don't talk over me. You can go to prison for up to 20 years in this case. And to take a chance while you're out on bond, when you should be trying to get a job, and instead you're out smoking pot, you're not taking care of your daughter. Am I correct?
Judge, if I may, in the past, the court would consider amending his bond conditions for a drug patch in the situation in lieu of raising his bond.
And this is where it turns personal. The judge shifts from legal technicalities to responsibility. Notice the strategy. She connects the drug use directly to employment, then to fatherhood. In court, it's not just about the charge. It's about judgment. And right now, she's questioning his priorities. Do you think that argument helps him or hurts him? 20 years. That's not courtroom drama. That's statute.
Sure.
I'm 27. I've never had any drug charges, anything like that at all. I'm gonna be honest. I know I shouldn't have been smoking, but in my head, I'm saying, okay, I'm not going for a drug charge. I don't have prior drug charge. I didn't know it was a possibility that I would get checked. It's not a problem for me to start smoking. It's not. I could have a tattoo. The bond's been paid on time. I'm not a bad person.
Okay.
I just thought, okay, you're not.
Here's the thing. If you can take care of all those things, then you can also hire a lawyer.
I'm just stopped working. I could have a tattoo on the side. I just stopped working. Just stopped working. Let's say my daughter's 3 months. I was working as a certified surveyor.
So, but there's other companies out there that you could be looking to get a job, and they're not going to take you if you're testing positive. So I'm not saying you're a bad person. Most of the people here that are in front of me aren't bad people. They're people who are making very bad choices, which is what you've done, right? Probably on more than one occasion. So if you don't have a problem doing that, I mean, we've got a couple of things going on here. Number one, if you were working for Zachary, I'm not real sure why I appointed you an attorney back when.
Reality for a second-degree felony in many states. When judges bring up maximum sentencing, it's intentional. It's a warning shot. They're reminding the defendant just how high the stakes are. The subtext? You were playing with fire. And the courtroom just got very quiet. Here's a critical mistake. He's arguing morality instead of legality. I'm not a bad person. Doesn't carry weight in bond hearings. Compliance does. Courts look at risk of reoffending, risk of ignoring orders, risk to the community. And when someone minimizes their conduct, judges hear deflection, not accountability.
Okay. So you should already, if you have all those certifications, there are other companies out there. You don't have criminal history right now.
This is a major turning point. The defendant claims he's never had drug problems, but the record tells a different story. Once prior violations come into play, credibility drops fast in court. Judges rely on patterns, not promise interpretation.
Right now, you should be able to get a job. He is already a felon.
Robbery. I'd like to point out to the court, when he was on probation for that robbery, one of the allegations on his motion to revoke, for which he was revoked and given 10 years, was 2 positive samples, one for tetrahydrocannabinol and the other for barbiturates. So he at least has some problems with drugs.
July 16th. I didn't quite know cases as an adult.
Well, you just said you never had any drug problems.
I never. This is you said I felt it.
9 years ago, but
I was a baby. I don't remember.
And you've been in
Okay,
prison
but now you're not a baby and you're still making the same bad decisions. So listen, here's what we're going to do. If you want to really do what you say you can do, then you're going to get out there and you're going to get busy and you're going to do it. Otherwise, you're going to.
The legal reality, bond is not freedom, it's conditional trust. By adding a drug patch, the judge is tightening supervision without immediately sending him to jail. This is accountability with a
And there it is. Prior positive tests while on probation. In court, credibility is currency. The second the record contradicts you, your negotiating power evaporates. Judges are trained to spot patterns. One mistake might be youth. A repeated mistake? That's behavior. And behavior is what sentencing decisions are built on. This is what we call structured mercy. The judge could have revoked bond and sent him straight to jail. Instead, she adds supervision, drug patch monitoring, job search proof, measurable progress. It's accountability with a lifeline attached. But make no mistake, this is the final warning phase. One failed patch, one missed check-in, and he's back in custody. So here's the big question. When the court gives you one last chance, is that pressure enough to change someone, or does history repeat itself?
final warning attached.
Otherwise, you're going to be in jail. Couple things. Your bond conditions are modified to order that you have a drug patch. You get that drug patch within 24 hours. The initial drug patch obviously is going to test positive, but it shows me quantities, not just that it is, but it's going to qualify it on how much is in your system. Every drug patch, you get it changed every 2 weeks. If you miss one, if you test positive, obviously, then you're going to have a warrant for your arrest and you're going to go back to jail. Do you understand? If that amount is not going down, you will be back in custody. In addition, you will go find a job. You will prove to me that you are doing that. You need to apply for at least 3 jobs a week. You need to be applying for 20 jobs a week. If you really want to take care of yourself and your child, then you should be out there hitting the pavement every single day, finding a job. Clean up, test negative, go get a job if you have these certifications. Prove that you're not still 16 and making those stupid decisions. All right? I'm going to reset your case. You need to stay in touch with Mr. Lewis. I want proof by tomorrow that you have the drug patch. Mr. Lewis, your bondsman can let you know where you can go get that on. As soon as you leave here, call the bondsman. Actually, before you leave, the probation officer has a list of places that has it. She's going to give it to you right there at that desk. She'll give you a list. You need to go get that on. You need to get a job, start making some money, and potentially be hiring your own attorney. Right now, Mr. Lewis is going to remain your attorney, but I want you to be working on all of those things. Take care of your business. All right?
Thank you so much.
All right. This is your only chance on this kind of stuff. Okay. You're free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
This moment defines the case. The judge gives him one clear path forward: clean, tests, steady work, and responsibility, or jail. The law doesn't ask for excuses. It demands proof. What would you do if this were your last chance?